What up, everybody? Welcome to another live stream. My name is Paul Abernathy, and welcome to another episode of Coffee Talk, where I could come on and talk about just about anything. No coffee tonight. Obviously, it's in the evening on Sunday. I do have my icy. Might as well substitute this for coffee, so we'll call this Icy Talk. So I want to welcome everybody that comes in. Again, also, you probably know that a lot of times I do these things instead of doing recorded videos because I record all these anyway and I can share them. So it's just as easy for me to go live. A lot of people don't like to go live. I have no problem going live. So I've done these for quite a few years, so I don't have any problem going live with anything. So again, welcome. And for joining me. So I've been asked by a number of people to show the new website, the new navigation, and where to find certain things on our website. Also to look at some of the new features that we have added on the website, as well as some of the, where do you get to the mini courses and the quizzes and things like that. So been asked to do that, so I figured I would do some of those. And so that's what this one is today. Of course, if you have any questions, feel free to type them in. It'll show up on the screen. If it doesn't show up for some reason, the chat server is not working, I'll still see it. So it doesn't matter whether you're on Facebook or any of our other platforms, except for Twitter. Twitter doesn't allow you to chat. But anything else, our YouTube channels, our Twitch, our Trovo, our Facebooks, multiple Facebooks, and LinkedIn, all will allow you to communicate if you're interested in communicating while I go through this little bit of a navigation of our website. Also, to answer any questions you might have on anything that we've got coming up, I'm more than happy to share with you. As y'all know, there's a lot of things going on here for 2022 with courses and training and redoing everything and adding new features. And again, we want to create something that we add a lot of features for the value. So that's what we're doing. But first thing that you'll notice is if you happen to go to our website, electricalcodeacademy.net, that it has a new look, simplified look for a couple reasons. One, because it's the new look is a little easier on the mobile device so that you can utilize and get access to different things on the mobile device. So it's a little easier. In an upcoming video, I'll do something showing you the mobile device on the screen for navigation, but it works essentially the same way. You'll see that we've up front, we started asking if you're an electrician, but be honest with you, our partnership for our CEU credits, it doesn't really matter whether you're an electrician or a plumber or mechanical guy or an engineer who's looking for PDUs, those type of things. We now have partnered so you can get credit at the best possible online pricing with your CEU credits. Of course, as COVID still tries to end and I start traveling more, obviously I'll have some CEU classes and other things around the country as we're able to get out more. But most people today just like to just do them quick, get it over with. And so as you can see here, we're asking you right up front, do you need to renew your license? Yes or no? If you click yes, then it'll take you to where you need to look up, and I'll show you all that. So anyway, we have our normal intro, just some little bit of a language. A little bit of history of what we do and that type of thing, which is the verbiage that you see on the screen. And that's basically on your first quarter of your screen. We call that the paint screen. That's the first thing that loads. So I'll kind of give you a rundown here. So over here, you see that you click this, and I'll do that later, but this will take you to where you can contact us. Of course, you could click here as well. We have webinars in the future. We're going to have webinars that are hosted specifically on our site alone. So there, and of course you got the blog, which you can go to as well. But this, you click any of these right here, and that'll take you to our Contact Us page. But we'll start from the top and move down. Obviously here you can download our app. Now, why would you want our app? One reason is if you're a customer or you're a student of ours, the easiest way to get to us is through the app. So you join the app, you get up the account. Once we approve you, you can communicate with us through the app. So it's great for students who have questions. You can work it right through the app. We can share things through the app. It allows you to access the message boards and the forums and all that kind of stuff right through the app. So that's an easy way to get to everything. And also you can, purchase products or whatever as well right through the app, but it's more of a communication thing. Now, for those that are in our Fast Tracks programs, you don't do the Fast Track programs through the app. The app is a communication with us. It's with the website. It's everything website. As you know, our Fast Tracks course is actually administered through hosting on different servers. So that's a whole different login. That's a whole different portal. Okay, that's like a little university online. You get your account, you go in, you got your console. Totally different. It's not hosted on our website. Okay, so what I'm talking about today is just in general, if you want to communicate on our website, purchase courses on our website, subscribe to members only stuff on the website, all those type of things. Go to the mini courses that we're offering, all of that type of stuff right here. You need help, reach out to us, all from the website. Okay, but you can use the mobile app for that. It just makes things a little easier, and it sits right on your phone. It's really easy to do, and it's a free download. All right, so going from the left, obviously this is the home screen. This is your main screen. And on this main screen, we'll just kind of knock everything that you see out here. As you scroll down, whether it's on your device or on your laptop or desktop, the one thing to remember is it's a dynamic, so it works on either or. Although most people don't know that on your mobile device, you can choose the option to view as a desktop, which can become real helpful if you ever are trying to do anything in the Fast Tracks program and you're using the browser, because our program is accessible through any browser. Sometimes it's better to view it as a web page and just pinch and zoom. It's sometimes better because when you go down to the mobile view, it kind of turns things off to make it real accessible for mobiles. And so you don't get the full features of the browser in that, just in case you ever wondered. So as you can see here, we hopefully will have ICC exam or license renewals coming up here soon, hopefully. Everything goes well. So if you're an inspector, electrical inspector, or municipality, we'll have a place for you to get really good electrical education. And those will all be produced by me. Now, here's the Fast Tracks. People ask about this stuff all the time. What's the difference, right? So I'll just briefly go over the difference. The Fast Tracks Black is the same program that was originally. That's the same Fast Tracks program that your existing students are in. It's the same program. It's for exam preparation or your base learning of the National Electrical Code. If you could be a job supervisor, you could be maybe an owner, you could have people, you just want to get a good round knowledge of the National Electrical Code, then you want to go with the Fast Tracks Black program. So the Black being our base that builds on top of everything. So what you do is, the reason we went with this program and the color system is because you start with the Black being the base, and then depending on which direction you go after licensure, you can go into the red, the green, the blue, and of course you have the add-ons, the purple and the yellows. But the reason we did this, because again, trying to simplify the concept of the courses that we offer, because people do get confused, right? So the Black is the course you want to be in if you're doing, again, exam preparation, or you're getting that 30,000 foot view of the National Electrical Code that'll help you pass your ICC exam, whether it's the E1, E2, or E3. That is the most beneficial course for that. And it is comes with everything that it ever had before in that program. So you get everything in the Fast Tracks Black as you did previously in the normal Fast Tracks. Of course, you can see some verbiage there, and you click that where it says click here to see why. Well, it's to see why it's the premier NEC learning program out there. Everything that you get. Also, I'll remind you that you'll see some buttons on here as well. For those that are new, you'll see this little button here that says tutorial. We're putting together courses. We already have them for the Black, the red, and the green. It kind of takes you through it's real quick, but it takes you through what every chapter is going to be teaching you. So there's certain objectives that you're going to achieve through the program. And so that's basically what it's doing. It's trying to give you you want to know what's in something before you buy something. And so that's kind of an overview for that. And then there'll be certain little videos and stuff added in there to be able to kind of give you an idea of what's going on with that. So that's our base program. Now, once you're licensed, or maybe you're an apprentice and you're working specific. So this is the neat thing about the next one, which is the red program. is that you can take that prior to being licensed, and that helps you reduce the learning curve as you're learning residential. However, if you're a company or you want to get more in depth, because that's what you do a lot of residential, or you have a bunch of employees, or you have a bunch of people in your company, you want to all be on the same page, then that's where you want your license. Then you could transition into the Fast Tracks Red program. And that tells you a lot of deep information about residential codes, talks to you room by room by room. So that's what that course is about. It's not to take the place of the Fast Tracks Black. That's exam prep. That's learning the basis of a broader scope, maybe a 30,000-foot view of the National Electrical Code. The Red starts hammering down to like that 500-foot view. Starts really getting into the weeds when it comes to residential. Talks about different rooms and what you would run and why you do what you do. That's what the Red is. Now, the Green is essentially the same as the Red. The only difference is it's super hyper-focused on commercial applications and things that are involved that you would see in commercial that you would not see in residential. Now, Grant, we have a tutorial as well, so I encourage you to go do the tutorials. They're free, but you can kind of get to see what objectives will be achieved in every unit in that program, okay? The next is the blue. That's industrial. That's for folks that want to get into industrial wiring. Maybe that's the next evolution for you, is to go into industrial. You're done commercial, but you want to go into industrial applications, a little more PLC applications. Then the blue's for you. And of course, we also have a purple track and a yellow track. Now, the purple track is grounding and bonding, and Article 250, and of course, other associated articles or sections that deal with grounding and bonding are all going to be in the purple program. And then, of course, we got the yellow. Now, yellow is the holy grail of electricity knowledge. In other words, it talks to you about parallel circuits, series circuits, induction, magnetics, magnetism. Talks to you about Ohm's law, Watt's law. Talks about motor, single phase, three phase, the orientation of the windings, all the details that you'd want to give you that really base solid foundation that you might get in a vocational school or an apprentice program. Then it would be in the yellow. There's a lot of exercises, quizzes, things that you can do, but it is very much a self-driven, self-paced thing that you go through. And if you really want to get a lot of knowledge of things that you didn't understand when it came to electricity, then the yellow course would be the one for you for that. Now, the interesting thing about this is that the red, the green, the blue, the purple, those are going to be certification programs. So if you finish those programs with at least a 70% average, then you're going to be issued a certification through our corporation, Electrical Code Academy Incorporated, and you're going to be certified in the Fast Tracks residential program, commercial program, or industrial program, or even our grounding and bonding program. So you move through those, and I have no doubts that you'll do great and get your scores will be there. They're all personally graded. We grade each program once a week, so there's enough time for you to be able to absorb it. All of these you have access to a year. But anyway, these are how you access everything here from our main site. Of course, some of you might be interested in going with the 2-year program, which is the Fast Tracks Orange. And the Fast Tracks Orange is new. That is a 2-year certification program. It includes the black, the red, the green, and the blue. And you don't get the purple and yellow, but you'll get an option to purchase those after you become a Fast Tracks Orange. And these are dramatically reduced prices, like a third of the price that you would normally pay. Okay, so it allows you to go that track if you want to go that track. We will even substitute any one of the red, green, and blue upon request for a purple or yellow if that's what you'd like. But generally, you won't see that on the website like that because that's a request that you have to make, but we have no problem substituting that. But you need to do that before we send you your access information, okay? That type of thing. All right, so but that's the orange program, and you get all of those. So you get it's the bundle. For more information on that, you obviously click here. Now we have some what's called hot links down here, so you can get to our blogs, the Sparky Hub, Electrician Live Network. These 2 links are particularly important because these will tell you what your licensing is in your state, and this will also tell you how to get to the exam prep course for your state, all right here. And of course, we have some online electrical quizzes now that are are free and available to you to test your knowledge, all in our new mini course program. We'll see that here in a minute. You got the exclusive members only location. That's where you'll have access to any videos we produce, any podcasts we do that are exclusive. Also, moving forward, the mini courses that we have are available to the fast tracks, not fast tracks, are available to the exclusive membership over on the website. So you'll get access to the mini courses that we're producing. Like we have a mini course right now on the RED program, residential, and it picks up certain topics. So that's a really great mini course that you can take as well. Typically you pay for that, but if you're already a monthly subscriber or an annual subscriber, you get access to it for free. And we'll have more of those rolling out. Quick links to any of the programs. Again, if you're in the Fast Tracks program and you want to do the 90 or 60 day, remember the Fast Tracks are accessed for a year. Okay. These are just recommended study plans that you can follow in order to achieve your goals in 60 or 90 days. Okay. So that's what they are. They're just recommended study plans. If you're an existing Fast Track student, and that would be in the Black program, if you're an existing student and your annual renewal's coming up or your course is getting to a year old, then you'll be logged out of the system. But if you'd like to extend that, guess what? You don't have to buy a new program if you need a little more time. We have 6-month and 1-year extensions. I think the 6-month is like $59.99 and the 1 year is like $99.99, which is again, like a third or even less than a third, like a fourth of what the actual program is. So that allows you to be able to do that. The only caveat is you need to do it within 30 days of your course ending, okay, for that. And of course, we got ambient temperature nationwide. That's pretty neat. That tells you kind of if you're doing rooftop calculations or you need access to know what the ambient temperature might be in your area or geographic area. We got a quick link down there that goes to the ASHRAE website. And as you can see, we're going to be adding continuing education for ICC, hopefully coming up soon. And then there's just a little bit more information down here about me and our courses, whatever. You might not see all of this on your browser on your phone if you've got the mobile version, which is dynamic. Because it slows your phone down. So we kind of turn that off. But just know that it's there. You can always choose the browser version instead of the mobile version on your phone. I don't know if you knew you could do that, but you can. All right. So that's what you got. Now, links. All of our links across the top are to go to the different areas of our website. So some people ask and they say, all right, well, one of the things they say is, do I get continuing education? Okay, so all of our Fast Tracks courses, as I see there's a question in the chat, they are not designed for continuing ed because continuing ed generally is code updates. That's the majority of what it is. It's something to do with code updates. We have continuing education, okay? But our Fast Tracks programs do not. I'm not in the business of trying to submit that to every state. Way too much trouble, and those courses can take way too much time. And how do you put time on that? Because you do these at your own pace. So typically with the continuing education, it's broken down into 4 hours, 3 hours, 16 hours, or whatnot. Fast Tracks is you get access to an entire year. So it's at your own pace, and so you do it as you want. But if you do need continuing education credits, then we have those for you. So right here, I just click CEU credits. And as you can see right here, it takes you to an interactive map. And on this interactive map, all you do is click whatever state you want, and it will take you right to our partner that has to do with continuing ed. It's like, for example, if I click Texas, then it'll bring back Texas, and you'll see that you'll get Texas for $43.99. Then you can get access to that continuing education, right? I assume it's what it went to that. So let me see if it did it again. Let me click that again. Yeah, see, so you get access there if that's what you want to get for your continuing education. Okay, so we got them in pretty much all states. Now, if you're on the mobile device, then you won't see this interactive map. That's fine. You'll see the states specifically down here. And with our partnership, we're trying to bring the cheapest price we can for online training. And in many cases, our partner will offer a discount code as well. So there's where you would go to get any education. And it's very driven specifically to the number of hours of whatever your state needs for that. Okay, so That's why we don't try to do that with our courses, that type of thing. Okay. All right. So that's where you go for that. Now, if you're new to the site, then you know that that's where you go to the CEU credits. Or also it says, do you need to renew your license? If you click yes, then that takes you there as well. So if I click yes, that'll take you here and you choose whatever state you're in. And pretty much all the states are covered, but you might have one or two that they just don't have it in there. So anyway, so that takes care of continuing ed. Now here you see the courses tab. This shows all of our courses that we have. We have motor control, soft skills, which is probably something that most contractors and you would get your staff to use. Again, it's kind of, soft skills are kind of something that people don't mess with that much because they think that they're already just very personable, but you'd be surprised. You got to exam questions, which is a separate purchase. Don't really recommend that because if you get the fast tracks, then you already get those. Here's your CEUs again, and here's your different courses. So you got the fast tracks black, you got the residential red, you got the fast tracks green, you got the fast tracks blue, you got the fast tracks purple, that's our grounding and bonding. You got the fast tracks yellow, that's the theory. You got the fast tracks orange, which is our bundle program. And of course, that's how you get through there. Okay. So if I were to just click one to show you, so I click here and I click fast tracks black. And as you can see here, it takes you to a fast tracks black page. And on the fast tracks blacks page, if you're new, you can watch this little video here that explains the Wednesday night feature, which is what we added. But if you want to watch a product demo, you can click right here. If you want to take the interactive tutorial and see what's in every chapter of the fast tracks, then you can click right here and do the tutorial class. If you're just ready to buy now, you can click right here and it'll take you right to where you need to check out. But it's just information on here that tells you what's included in the course. In fact, people say we have a lot of information on the site, but the fact of the matter is, you're spending your money. I want you to know what we're going to cover. So as you can see, there is a number of sections and then you have a number of units. And we go over everything, whether it's single family, multifamily, other than dwelling application calculations. We go over range calculations. We cover the provisions for each type of occupancy. We do box fill, we do raceway fill, pull box calculations. All of that stuff is covered in this program. Of course, if you have any questions, you can always bring them to our Wednesday night session. Again, those are optional for you. But I look forward to seeing you there. So again, there's the Wednesday night. And again, a reminder, if you're a student that is currently in our program and your course is getting ready to expire, here you can go here and you can get an extension. And there's courses, those are our courses. And then down here, you'll see, and sometimes if you got multiple courses, you'll see there's a navigation for you to scroll back and forth through. But in this case, there's only two courses, 2020 or 2017. Notice that they're already on sale from $425 to $395. All you would do is click this and you can go through the checkout process. Allow up to 5 business days for us to get you that key. But usually it doesn't take that long. And always remember to check your spam because it's coming from paul.abernathy@electrocodecademy.com, and you never know what ends up in spam mail. Spam seems to love my emails. But anyway, that's kind of an overview, and it's the same way for each one of the programs, kind of gives you that overview, okay, whatever you're interested in. If you just want to go right to the Fast Tracks program, that would be this button right here. So if you click it, it takes you right to the program, which we're already obviously on that page. But here's where you can hover over it, and there's the extensions that I've been talking about. So if you're already in a Fast Tracks program and it's coming to the end, you click extension, and here is a video that talks about it. And here is where you can choose your extension. Whether you want a 1 year or 6 month, that's totally up to you. That's where you would get it, okay? Now, you've got subscriptions. If you want to get access to private information, private videos, and we've got literally over hundreds there, plus all our podcasts, a lot of this stuff and even more stuff's coming out this year. We've got the Grounding and Bonding 12-hour series. It's getting ready to be uploaded this week to the members only area. And so there's other things that are coming out. All the mini courses that we're going to look at, they're going to be available only to subscribers soon. Well, they are now. The mini courses are only available to subscribers. But the questions, little courses for code questions, eventually those will only be members only as well. Again, we're driving towards members only. There's a lot of people that give away free information, and that's fine. God bless them. But I just can't run a business that way. So here's what it costs you, $9.99. You can simply go and see everything that you get. Okay. And these mini courses are going to have different values depending on how extensive they are. Also, any of the ICC training stuff that we put out for license renewal are also going to be available as a mini course to all of our subscribers, in case you're interested in that. And of course, if you don't want to do the monthly where it comes out of your month, which we only do with PayPal, then you can do it at $119 and you can use a credit card and it comes out that way. Members only area. Once you become a members only, then you'll get access to these links. And again, here's our access to our fast track snipe, but I won't go down any lower so you actually see the code. But that's kind of what we're getting right there. Okay. So let's see here. All right. So if you click on any of these, like let's see here, the 2020 collection, if I click on that, then you scroll down and you'll see videos after videos that are only available to members. So I'm just kind of scrolling them down. And new ones are always being added. There you get the introduction to the residential program right there that we started with me and Jay. That's an ongoing process. You get my analysis of the code up to a certain point. We're not done with that yet, but there's a lot of them in here. So anyway, you get to see all of the potential videos that you get, but that's only one link. For example, if you're really into studying for the code, then we also upload, I'll go back to members only area. We have the Fast Tracks weekly replays here. Podcasts, if you want to listen to the exclusive podcasts right here. Any live streams would go right here. This would be example, I'll click it. So this is where, so this is the one we did for the 2-hour on taps and secondaries. The grounding and bonding will be here when that's uploaded. So for you members out there that are in the membership, that's where we'll be putting the 4 parts to the grounding and bonding that you can watch. And then of course you have the Fast Tracks weekly replays. And here are all the recordings from different sessions that we went over that you can join. Okay, there's the voltage drop sessions, electric basic math. There we go. So constantly adding new ones here. So they're all available as well. No longer available over on YouTube. Okay, so that's where you would go, and you only get there if you're a subscriber into the program. The next is mini courses. So let's click on that and show you what we got going on. All right, so over in our mini courses, you have a choice to filter this out, whether you want just the tutorials, which is what we have on the black, red, and the green. I mean, the black, red, and the green. You can go through those tutorials. They're free. They don't cost you anything. Or you can go to the education tab. And this is where we have our quizzes. Currently, there's 3 quizzes up there. Okay, we've got 42 people participating right now in this one, active. We have 26 in this one, active. And then here we got only 2 people in the third one. That's the newest one. This is the tougher of them. They get harder as they go. And here's this basic electricity, which again is a collection of videos that we put together that we endorse. Of course, you can buy this one for $4.99 and get access to just this one. But again, if you're a member, you get access to it. And then, of course, here's our residential mini course as well. I'll kind of show you what that looks like. So if you click view, now this is different than the fast tracks because this is actually integrated into our system. Okay, so this is actually in our system. So get back here. So what you'll see is I could go to the current step that I left off of, but if you go to here is the introduction of the mini course, kind of talks you through some introduction. Then I can click continue. And then it goes, as you can see, into voltage with code references. And then I click next and I go to calculating loads. Go through that, next. And of course, it'll be some pop-ups on your screen that's going to ask you, what did you learn from this step and things like that. So it's kind of interactive. And we're using this platform to expand moving forward on our ICC certificate for renewals and other programs, as well as some of our, obviously, Our fast tracks, red, green, and blue, has its own certification, which is tracked through that portal, which is your console. But the mini courses are going to be administered straight from our website. So remember, fast tracks courses are hosted on a separate server, okay, with an LMS system on it. Our courses, like the minis, they're hosted here on the actual website. And that's why we call those mini courses. They're different. Okay. So as you can see here, there's a bunch of different steps you go through. Again, how many outlets per circuit? Here talks about that. Rule of thumbs, things like that. And some graphics in here as you move through. Okay. And of course, if you get through this program at the end, we'll offer you some exclusive deals right here. Okay. And you get the exclusive deal. Here you say, if you're interested in the program, then we'll try to give you some exclusives on that. Now, back to the mini courses. For the quizzes, for example, you've seen how they work. So let's see what else that we can look at. Tutorials. So the tutorials that I have, kind of telling you how the fast track works. If you click join, for those that are interested, if you click join, you'll see that you can click join to get in it. And then once you're in it, again, you're at the overview, kind of tells you what's going on with the system. Click start, and it talks about the Fast Tracks Black and kind of breaks down what you're going to learn in each unit, right? You're going to learn the introduction to NEC. You're going to learn important definitions. You're going to use boxes and enclosures. And that talks about things like box fill, raceway fill, all those type of things are covered in section 1. The different types of cables, raceways and conductors. We'll talk about sizing conductors, ampacity for conductors, all that kind of stuff goes through it. And this one, again, it does include box fill, raceway fill, pull box calculations, all that kind of stuff is covered in there. And then, of course, section 2, everything that you've got in there, load calculations for single family dwellings and things like that. 3. So anyway, this is kind of a detailed what you're getting in the Fast Tracks program before you even buy it, okay? Then you've got these features down here, practice quizzes, demos, the ballistic training, what are the chevrons. For example, if I click on this one, okay, it talks about the chevron system, and then we have the video. And you click the video, and you can watch. The mighty chevron. So this is a video here that talks about the chevron system and what you're supposed to do with it, okay? Competency review. Here's one here that talks about the competency review and the grading and how it's graded and things like that, okay? Bookmarks and highlights. So it kind of gives you an overview of what our program's all about. We talk about the Sparky Hub here, which is basically, you know, how it integrates with the program and how you can communicate with other members and things like that. And of course, again, we ask you if you're ready to purchase, and we'll give you a discount, okay, if you're interested in it. All right, so that's how that works for the mini courses. And we're going to be adding a lot of new mini courses to the program, an awful lot, okay? So question that somebody asks, let's see if I can cover. You're most welcome, Adam. I'm hoping you're enjoying it, but I can tell by your interaction in the course that you are enjoying it because you're doing a bang-up job on your reviews, and I noticed that you're really hitting those online free quizzes, so keep up the good work. John says, Paul, I'm looking to take my master's test in Delaware in the next few months. I'd love to know what program you recommend for me. The Fast Tracks Black program is the exam prep program. Right? Like it says right here on the main screen, that is the program to prepare you for an electrical exam. Now remember, we don't get into things that are not National Electrical Code. So that is a question that people ask me all the time. They go, do you do fire alarm? Answer is no. Can I? Yeah, that was part of one of my jobs as the engineer for the city of Richmond is I did fire alarm. But I don't get into that. I stick to what I'm good at, and that is the National Electrical Code. Now, got to be prepared. So when I'm going to take an exam, remember, you might have state laws, OSHA laws. There might be other things, business law in your state. I can't help you with that. I'm not in your state. But they usually have products that you can use for that. that, and we can, if you ever want to reach out to us, send me an email and I'll tell you if we have our partner that we can recommend any other material you may need to prepare for your exam, but you got to reach out to us. Otherwise, we're just going to focus on the National Electrical Code. That's all we focus on. And typically, if you're going to fail an exam, that's where you'd fail because of the NEC. So, but we don't cover those things that are not NEC related. Somebody contacted us about Florida and they wanted all those other documents they need to take the Florida exam. Well, the NEC part, we got you covered. When it comes to the other stuff like business laws and stuff like that, you can pay for a local course, which is quite expensive. But but we also offer a link to some products that you can get, some books and things like that that can help you prepare for that exam. Just email us and I'm more than happy to share that with you, share you a link where you can get that. So if you're in New Jersey and it's an NEC-based exam, then the Fast Tracks Black is the program. Now, you just need to determine whether or not they're on the 2017 test or the 2020 test, because we offer either or. The next one is Charles says, hey brother, sorry to I'm just joining. You may have answered this, but how much is to become a member to have access to all the high speed electrical intel? I'm going for an unrestricted in March. I'm assuming you mean the Fast Tracks program is what you need for exam. But if you're talking about the members area, the member subscription stuff, right here on the screen where it says members, and here's the subscription. So it's $9.99 a month. You can cancel at any time, or the $119 annually, and you get access to the other videos and, of course, all the other content that we'll be putting out. The mini quizzes, we're probably going to go up to probably about 5 that are free. And then after that, they'll only be available to the members. Sorry about that. People want me to do a lot of unlimited free ones. But we're going to do 5, and they get progressively harder. We're at number 3 now, which is harder than the others. But again, we're moving to a subscription model. If you want to binge it, like maybe people are binging Cobra Kai, then you pay for 1 month, go in there and get all you can get and then leave if you don't want. Most people that are in our monthly subscription are doing it because that's the best way to support what we do and get something in return. I get a lot of people that donate to us, send me stuff, and I appreciate it because I put it all back into being able to get things like stickers and giveaways. But if you really want to show the support for what we do, and we appreciate all the love, and I'm certainly not a beggar. We've got plenty. We're doing fine. Trust me. But the easiest way is to become a monthly subscriber or an annual subscriber, because you're going to get access to all the content. I can tell you right now, in the subscription, the best thing right now for somebody is that swimming pool series that we did, which is free. Well, not free. It's in there for the members. You have access to it. So that's probably the best value, because that's worth more than an annual membership right there, especially what it took for me and Vince to put that together. Okay. So just some thoughts. And thank you. You get what you pay for. Absolutely. Yeah. Free is nice. Trust the source is not always the case. You can't trust the source of the info. And as we know, TikTok and Instagram and all that stuff, you never know what's out there. If you come to the point you can't trust what I put out, then I can't help you. There's other educators out there for you. Maybe we're not clicking. Maybe you don't like me or like my delivery, or maybe you just don't like me for some reason. I got those haters out there. That's fine. Okay. But at the end of the day, check it out. So let's see here. Willie says, hi, Paul, I'm in Colorado, and could some of your programs be linked to the OJT for my IEC students? Probably not, unless they'll accept it if we get like the ICC. Once we get a preferred provider for that and we give an ICC credits, they might take those credits. But I've never contacted Colorado in general. I do know that a lot of times they will take online courses from people, especially if there's somebody like us, it's a corporation and we can issue a certificate or something. But I would check with them and see what their criteria is. And if they say, oh, this is all they got to do, then send it to us and we'll do that. The mini courses are the ones we really want to focus on, things like that, because we can control those. And we have it integrated. In fact, I'm meeting with the folks next week who does our website, the one that does the integration. And I'm meeting with them next week because I have some wish list things I wish that I could get for the internal mini course system. So again, cross my fingers. I hope I'll get that. So again, I guess money talks. So as long as I'm willing to put that in it, they'll probably do anything I want. I'm not a programmer, so I'll let them do that. But I like how it is so far. I like the way the little mini courses are working, and I'm excited about them because I'm getting a huge amount of feedback from them, even the little quizzes. Speaking of which, let's look at that. So let's go to the mini for those that are out there who are not doing it. So you've got these little mini quizzes, and let's say I click this one here. This is the quiz number 3, just so people can see how they work. Okay, so we got 2 participating in this one. Now here's the thing. Once you do it, you don't get to come back. You got 1 day to finish it. Okay, guess you could join again, but it's really not something that we want you to be there and you can keep coming and going and coming and going. Yeah, you'll have to log in again, but that's done on purpose. That's why I've changed this to 1 day. So anyway, join it here, and you can pick the day you want to start. So if I start this on January 9th, it'll automatically expire 24 hours, and you can't go back. So that means if you do 10 questions and you do 5 and you got to leave, after a day, it's going to log you out of the program, and you just got to come join again. So it's kind of pointless, but it is going to make a difference when we do courses that are going to be certificate approval type of courses. So that will be different. But at least we have that built into the program. Okay, so I'm going to join it. I just want to give you an idea in case anybody's new to this and they're not familiar. So here's the quizzes, kind of an overview. Online quizzes. Are you nuts about the electrical code? I know a lot of you are. So here it gives you how you need to do this. Now this is done on purpose. All right. What the whole concept for our quizzes is that you actually think about them. Now there's a lot of quizzes online where you just can answer the questions and move on. I'm not into that. Y'all know I'm not into that. I'm a little different. Some people would say I'm a lot different, but I'm a little different because I like to make you do something. Now, some of you got the great memory. You don't need to do what I'm getting ready to tell you. But me, as I get older, I have to write things down. So in our program, you read the question, you research the question, you go looking through the code, you find the answer, you write the answer down, whether it's A, B, C, or D, and then you also write your code reference down because after you start, you're going to have to record whether it was A, B, C, or D, and you record the actual code reference. Now, the reason we did it this way is one, if I were to put them on the screen when you did the quiz, then it would be like giving you a second look at the question. And the way we're doing it, and you got to trust me because remember I talked about ballistic training, and we have so many successful people in the Fast Tracks program. If you put time in it, there's a reason for why we do it. So you got to kind of go with me right now. So there's a process on how you do it. You read the question, you find the answer in your code book, you write it down on paper, A, B, C, or D. You write down the code reference on a little piece of scratch paper. It forces you to do something. So it makes you remember it. And then you click complete, and then your quiz is going to pop up. So let me kind of give you an example. So I click start. So here's the question that would be on the screen right here in the program. It's pretty neat how it works, by the way. So here it is right here. Minimum ampacity of an arc welder conductor supplying a group of welders shall be based on blank as determined in 630.11a. Okay. So you look through here and we're kind of telling you here are the answer choices. You must write down your answer so you can choose the correct answer in the quiz because the quiz hadn't come up yet. Why? Because the quiz will only have the options to select A, B, C, or D and show the original question. This is done on purpose, folks. So as you can see here, you would go through and choose whatever answer would be your answer. Okay. So in this case, if I grab my code book and I'm obviously in 630, so I'm going to go to 630 if I was in my code book or studying, or maybe you already know the answer, and that's great. But again, we're going to want code references. Everybody that's in our Fast Tracks knows that I get totally ballistic for people who don't submit code references. I just do. So 680.30, let's see here, 630.11. I'm going to look at 630.11. All right, so minimum ampacity of arc welders, conductors supplying a group of welders shall be based on blank as determined in 630.11a. So when you've got here, and your answer's down here, notice that you say for conductors, we go to, and you notice that you'll see up on A, and then you notice B, it says conductors supply one or more welders shall be protected by an overcurrent device rated or set to not more than 200% of conductor's ampacity, right? But when you look up into the body of the information, you start to think, well, what do I have to do the rating as? Now, let me show you what happens if you choose these, okay? And let's see here. Let's see here. I want to see if it's going to pop up an error for me. No, this one's completed. So I've done the completion. So let me show you what happens. So you click complete and you'll get these choices, right? So watch what happens. Watch. Click that and check your answer. Red, wrong. The answer is D, okay? So cancel that. So you're looking at question 1 and you'll see that it is individual currents, okay? So you look into this and you're saying, okay, when I'm looking at this and I'm doing it, do I get a second chance at it? Okay. Yes, you do. Okay. So here's what happens. I want to show you what happens if you do both. That is correct. Okay. But you can't move forward, so you'll be skewing yourself. Now, this is a feature that we're turning off once we do the certification program. Okay. So you could cancel it and you read the question again, right? And then you go here and then you get to pick your answer. Okay. If let's say I do A again, which we know is wrong, there, question only one answer is right, D, okay? Now you're supposed to keep going, okay, to the next one. You can click cancel. We'll be turning that feature off again. In these free ones, it's the honor system, so don't screw yourself there. So anyway, so in this case, we're going to, and also by the way, it tracks the amount of times that you tempt it. So we actually see it. It sends a notice to us to know that you close it. So that time it'll show me that I attempted that question 3 times, okay? So you do that, and let's go on and show you what happens. So you click that, and that's wrong. Then you go to the next one. Now, it's going to ask you, or click that, wrong. Same concept. Click that. See? Right. Either way, it's going to go to the next screen. This next screen is where you're going to put in your NEC reference, okay? And you work it through that. So you put your reference in here, and then you're going to tell us a little bit, because these are the free ones right now. We're just trying to get people's feedback on them and try them out and that type of thing. The whole process is for you to learn, right? So you'll type in there whether it's just too easy for you, hard, too hard, just right, whatever, and put in whatever your reference is right here. So let's just say we were to do that, okay? And let's just say if that, I don't know if that's the reference or not, to be honest with you. I haven't looked. Let's go on past this one so we can show you what happens. All right, it automatically, okay, so here it says next step. So it automatically here you go on to the next step right here, okay? So that's kind of how these work. So general purpose receptacles, again, same concept. You look it up. So are continuous loads not allowed in continuous spaces, not included in total load, or not continuous load? Well, I mean, again, general purpose is general purpose. So you choose your answer, but here's the key. You got to write it down, and you have to find it in the code book, that type of thing, all right? So in this case right here, if I were, now I'm ready to take this exam question. So if I click D, that's correct. If I had clicked, let's say A, that's incorrect. And it tells you which is the correct answer, okay? So there's no sense in going back and redoing it. You got it wrong. We log every time that you get it wrong. But either way, you can go on to the next question. Okay. But we want to know the code reference and whether it was too easy or not. Okay. The question, that type of thing. Okay. So that's kind of an overview, if you will, of it. Now here's the contact us. See these up here? You can click these. And that takes us to the contact page. This is where you're going to send us communications. One thing you guys will notice, let's see. One thing you will notice is that we took off the little feature that pops up on the front to communicate with us live, because we want to encourage you to get our mobile app, because in the mobile app, you can do the same thing through the mobile app, communicate with us. Rather than, and the one reason is because it popped up too quickly. Plus, it was more of a sales feature, and our company has gotten to the point now where, you know, we don't need to have that pop up to try to interact with visitors that way. People that are interested in our products, are interested in anything that we offer, they're going to go up and click the contact us. They're going to contact us rather than stuff that we get from the others. So, okay, so anyway, so these are all minis. And then of course you've got the more button. The more is about, you know, a little bit about me. There's our gift cards, there's podcasts, there's merchandise that we offer, some merch, graphics that we do. People ask me all the time, do we create graphics? And I've gotten a little bit lazy on my graphics, but yes, we do. And these are some of my graphics that I've created. Okay, there's one that I used to explain. It was a 2017 for the circuit. Yes, I created all these graphics. Okay, there's the one for the rooftop. Here's NMB. There's the change that took place. So there's some of my transformer stuff, secondary conductors, whatnot. So they're all up there. So yep, graphics are up there. A lot of people use these to explain the different steps in the motors. There's some pull box ones. This is like a template you can use to do some examples. Here's kind of an overview. Okay, so all of those are graphics that we create. And we'll be creating a lot more coming up in 2022 for a lot of these mini courses that we're working on. Okay, so there you go for that. Licensing requirements. Over here under more, you click that and you'll go to licensing. So depending on what state you're in, if you're new and you want to learn what the licensing requirements are for master, journeyman, or whatnot, or you want a link that takes you to the licensing body, then you can utilize this. And for example, I'll just click Florida. So it takes you to Florida. And these right here are clickable links right here. Okay. And you'll know it's clickable when the finger comes up. Okay. We probably could change the color on them, but you'll know when the finger comes up. So here's the categories of licensure here in Florida. Here's the requirements for each licensor right here. See whether or not you qualify. And then of course, you're ready to jump straight into the program. Then you click right here and you click on that. All right. And that just kind of gives you a little bit more detail of the course. And of course you scroll down and you got a little video you can watch and gives you an overview. And here's where you can get your fast tracks program. Okay. So probably could streamline this and get rid of all this extra information on here, but again, this might be redundant for you, but it gives you an idea of what you've got to have, that type of thing. And then you got exam prep, and then we got terms and conditions, and we even have domains that are for sale. I don't know, not all of them are for sale, by the way, but we do have domains that are sale, and there's actually 60 now. They're not all added. These aren't all for sale. The ones that are for sale, some of them will have prices beside them if you're interested in a domain. Okay. So there's a bunch of them there. Okay. And then we're always adding new ones to it. But most of these are not for sale, but that's just a list of all. And I should update it because I've got about 60 domains now. So I'm always acquiring domains. So that's what kind of the links are. Down at the bottom, like I said, these are the study plans if you're in the fast tracks and you want something that kind of guides you towards a study, things like that. And here's quick links to the courses. And again, all the other little quick links and stuff are down here. We have obviously other sites that you can go to that are very similar, but they're really push sites. For example, if I went to this site, okay, just so you can see. So what we've got is, and I think I typed in the address right. Yeah, I did. So as you can see, that this is basically just a push site that's getting you back to ours. So we've got dozens of these that are out there that are, getting you to the different courses that we have. Not really something you need to go to if you're already familiar with our website. But you see, this is all of our courses here: the purple, the yellow, the blue, the green, the black, and the red. And just some information. That's all that really is a push site. These are certification courses, means you'll get a certificate and a number, and the number will allow your certificate to be verified online, so that if you use it for promotion, advancement, for whatever you want to use it for, to give to your employer, to whatever, they'll be able to verify your license. Of course, they can call us as well and verify that. We'll keep all these records. That's things on file. So that's kind of where we're going with that as well. We are going to be coming up with some NEC code challenges where you have a leaderboard and you'll be able to see the leaderboard and things like that. So that's something we got going on as well. Not yet to release that until March, but we'll have that. So if you need your CEU credits, again, you go right there. You want to see all of our courses right there. You want the fast tracks or any extension to the fast tracks, black, that's right there. Subscriptions, members only area, mini courses, and more that we add will all be there. Contact us, again, webinar, and our blog. Check that out real quick. I'll go to our blog. So here's the blog, and you can see, here's one I did, what's ahead in 2022, introducing Electrify, that's my mug, social media, hurtful or helpful, pay subscriptions, why we did it. Here's some other courses, understanding Ohm's law, metal-clad cable with non-metallic boxes, interesting article, again, basic electrical math, the existing dwellings, 220.83, different things that are in here. Exam preparation, quick guide. Here's some that was post ground fault detection in solidly connected transfer switches. Stagnant mind, which is very popular article on pull box calculations and my thoughts on that. So as you see, there's a bunch of stuff in here. Understanding environmental airspace, all these type of things. So those are all the available as well in the blog. So check the blog out. It's a lot of stuff there, information for you. And we'll be putting out new blogs. And again, you can go to a specific, maybe exam prep if they're the ones that are interesting to you, that type of thing. So anywho, that is kind of what we got going for the website. And so if anybody's got any other questions, I'm more than happy to answer any questions you might have in the program. Hey, Mike, I saw you in there. Hopefully you're feeling much better. Okay. Let's see. What is Adam says? So we'll be doing full exams on these mini exams? I think you mean, will I be doing exams on the mini courses? Probably not. On those, but because they're just online. Now, once the mini course, I should say that again. When the mini courses do go for certification, then yes, they'll have full questions that are associated with the material, whatever it would be. Yeah, they will have questions on there. And like I said, we track all of the every time you attempt to answer it. That's why I wanted to show you that, right? If you click it and you cancel and click it and cancel again just to get the right answer because you got one wrong, that's okay if that makes the ego feel better, but we track all that anyway, so we get to see every time you click it. So that's why I did it, so that you can see, because there's people that do it, but I just want them to know that we see it every time you do it. So if you answer it wrong the first time, again, I can turn that off. That's for the free stuff. Once we get into the other stuff, then I'll make sure that's turned off, so that can't be an option. But I wanted you to see it anyway, so you could kind of see, because at the end of the day, it's all about learning, right? And even if you do get it wrong, I'm going to give you the answer anyway, right? That type of thing. So, and I would focus on with the free quizzes. I would focus on the code reference probably more. But again, if you get it right, give your code reference. There could be a bunch of ways that you find that answer in the code, right? So if you find that answer a bunch of ways, then doesn't necessarily mean the code reference you get is totally wrong. If you can find that answer that way, that's perfectly fine. Not how we do it in the fast tracks, a little different. We want to find the code reference, but I don't penalize you for putting the wrong reference if you get it right. What I do is I penalize you if you leave the NEC reference blank. If you leave that blank and you answer the question right, I still mark it wrong, because that's the only way the bylaws will allow me to share the answer with you. Okay, that type of thing. So yeah, Adam, the certification ones in the future, those different courses, absolutely will have little exams on it at the end. Most certainly will. Absolutely. Otherwise, we don't test what you learned, that type of thing. Let's see here. So that's kind of the concept. I just wanted to come on and do a quick. It's been an hour, so I don't want to be good stewards of your time. But that's kind of an overview of everything. I encourage you to get the mobile app once approved. Also, while you're here, for those that are watching, let me show you, for those that are new to this, let me show you the Sparky Hub, which is our social media. And that is the system that I recommend to use versus, I know we got to use things like Twitter and and all those type of things. But at the end of the day, I'm not a big fan of those type of platforms. So we created our own platform. It's called the Sparky Hub. So here's where it is. And so again, it's easier to access the Sparky Hub through the app because you can do it right on your app. But as you can see, we have the Sparky Hub, we have the Fast Tracks Black program, we have the Fast Track student group, which will be going away. So all these students that are in here, and only a small fraction of the students join the Fast Tracks group online. So I'm not sure why, unless I bury it in my emails and they don't see it. But all of our students should be in the Fast Track study group. But you can join the Black, the Fast Tracks group. This is a special network if you want to reshare our broadcasts that we do for streaming. If you're in Electrician Live Broadcast Network, then you get access to this. Is where we share things about being able to share your stuff on that network. If you're in the green, the red, or the blue, these are those forums, and we have not totally launched those yet. That's why there's only 2 in there. That's me and Jay, by the way. But they are here. You can only get in there if you're a member of those programs, but it's totally optional. You don't have to do this, and a lot of people don't do this. But that's totally up to you. But if you want to converse back and forth with other people that are like-minded without the garbage that you get on Facebook and all the trolls that you get, then this is a place to go, because if you're a troll on here, I'll ban you from the whole website, and you won't even be able to get on the website. And I will actually ban you from your ISP as well. So once you're gone, you're gone. So if somebody asks, well, what kind of democracy is that? And it's not. It's a monarchy, just so you know. Okay, you can come and share anything you want electrical, but you start garbage over here, and then I'll just kick you off the entire server. So anyway, there you go. Everything you got here. Again, over here. Gift cards, you want to give the gift of education to somebody, click the gift card. You can choose your denomination, right? You can send it to someone else, or you can do it to yourself right here. You can buy now for yourself, or put in their information, a little message to them, and send it to somebody that's learning. You want to send it to somebody that's studying for an exam or whatever, you can send them cards there, and they can use that when they check out on our website. Okay? All right. All right, so that's about it, guys. In case nobody has anything else that they want to talk about in the stream, or any other questions they might have, then we'll go on and leave it at that. I noticed that my stream is not, I don't know if it's updating or not, but I can't tell. So anyway, you can see what's on your side, whatever platform you're on. So there you go. We don't need haters anyway. Absolutely. And I don't need them over on the website either. So we will kick them out. It's no sense in having somebody like that. And there are, believe it or not, there are people out there that get their rocks off on just being difficult for other people. Dude, I'm here to learn. I'm here to teach. That's all I care about. I have about this much tolerance for that BS. I'm not into electricians that play around on job sites. Again, if I offend you with that, I'm sorry. I'm not into that. I take this profession very seriously, that type of thing. So anyway, hopefully you get something out of that. And it's all about learning. So hopefully you like the new look of the website. Maybe it's a little easier to maneuver. Remember those hot links at the bottom. Remember, for license renewal, all you got to do is click that yes, and everything. You'll be good to go. If you want to become a member, click the members on, subscribe. And then once you are, then you click members only. And it's going to be, the neat thing about the app is that, and that's another thing I should tell people, your Fast Tracks login for students that are on the Fast Track system, it's totally different than this. Once you sign up here on our website, that's what you use to maneuver and do everything on your app or your website. That has nothing to do with the Fast Tracks program. It's totally separate server. This is totally for everything you do on our website and how you interact with us. If you want the app on your phone, it'll be the same member login, the same, everything will be exactly the same. So remember, you got to remember which email address you use when you sign up, and the password that you set up, okay? Now, we can reset your passwords here, but we cannot do that on the Fast Tracks. So keep that in mind. That's through Cengage. So they just host our courses, okay? So that's a little different. Now, if you have trouble getting into your Fast Tracks program or course, that I can help you with. Brittany can help you. I can help you. Zach can help you. I can help you with that. But when it comes to getting in the Cengage server, that's all set up by you. If you follow the links in the email that we sent with your activation codes and everything, that's on you. So make sure you write down your email and write down your password. That's on you. That's not on us. Okay. Now, at some point, we may host our programs on our own servers. We're not ready to do that yet because of the LMS that we use is pretty robust for tracking and the algorithms. So we're kind of happy with that right now. But that's why we're kind of dipping our toe into the mini courses and how we do those and the system that we use. So I like that delivery platform, the mini courses, right? So anyway, if you're in the membership area and you're a member, go do the mini red. It's a mini version of one of the specific units that are inside of the Fast Tracks red program. So that kind of gives you a little bit of a, again, dipping your toe in it. If you're thinking, well, I don't know if I want to go into the residential program or not. Well, that's a way you can see if you're ready for it or not. So remember, Fast Tracks Black, 30,000 foot view for passing exams, because that's really all you need, because exams are very controlled. The red is for residential, so that you're going from 30,000 feet down to very specific onto residential, and we take you room by room by room. Same with the green for commercial, room by room by room, application by application. Industrial blue, the same thing. So again, different systems for different tracks that you want to go. And that's why we created the Fast Tracks color system, kind of help you out in case you got confused. All right. Well, that's it for our stream tonight, this little coffee stream. Hopefully you got something out of it. So till next time, folks, stay safe out there. And thanks for all the support you've given us in 2021. And we look forward to it. It's already been a record month in January of 2022. It's already eclipsed the Januaries of 2021 and 2020. So we're excited about where it's going. So if you want more information, go to our website, electricalcodeacademy.net, and you can get more information on our programs, folks. Till next time, stay safe. God bless.